It's showtime.
BSnBEER Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the show, Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast. I am Dale. With me today, as always, my frenemy Tim. What's up, man?
You're right. I'm always with you, Dale, or against you. Somewhere in the middle, maybe. I don't know. Some days. Depends on how I feel about you. So, always. That's a great one. Just always.
Yeah. Always here, man.
Yeah. What, how was your week in fantasy football?
I think it went okay. In the BSnBEER league, I really had no hope playing the top scoring team of the week.
Yeah.
And it was more of a lineup I kind of just kind of put together out of necessity, right? Because of injury. And, of the BS I got going on my team. And I thought my team performed pretty well. We didn't get the expectations from every single person. Everyone didn't meet them, but hell of an effort from Jamar Chase.
Throwing
down 54 points, but he had a stack, and that's what I wanted to kick off the show with. Is talking about some stacks, Tim.
Okay.
That's all right. One of my favorite ways to play fantasy football is with a stack. And you can do stacks in different ways, of course. But typically you want to do a wide receiver and a quarterback. And if you played against a stack of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase last week, you probably lost.
Yeah.
Because they put up like 50 points each.
That's hard. it's hard to win.
That's pretty hard for two people, man. 100 points for two people.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
But it kind of got me to thinking, what are some other good stacks here? I played against a pretty good stack, and that was Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Where is AJ Brown on here? Oh, there he is. Okay. So AJ Brown did get hurt for a little bit, so his total is a little bit lower than we normally want to see. But if you combine that with Hurts, 211 points, and his 87 points, is still a pretty nice stack there. But imagine if you had the stack of Hurts and Barkley, 211 and 175 points there.
That's money. That's money this year.
Yes.
At the running back position. Did you see the interview where Barkley was saying that now that he's got some guaranteed money, he can like play around out there more, do more.
Oh, so this is why we got the backwards jump.
The backwards jump. And then there was another play this week too that he was doing. He said, you're going to see more of that because now I got guaranteed money. It doesn't matter if I get hurt. I can extend plays. And so, yeah.
Here's another money combo. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry.
For the rush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
260 and 210.
Yeah.
Woo. So Nick's got this combo in the Little Rock League, right?
Yeah, he does. He does.
His team's doing pretty good. When you got a good stack up there, your team is gonna look pretty good.
Yeah.
You went against any stacks this year that maybe tore your behind up?
I try to refrain from talking about anything that tears my behind up anyway. So not that I recall, man. I don't focus on them as much, maybe as I should. I kind of came with this philosophy a couple of years back to where I think stacks are really great. They give you a maximum amount of ceiling when the stack is working. But I decided a couple of years back to go with spread the ball around more as fantasy goes. I like to have number one targets, passing targets from my biggest competition in the league. So whoever's the top four teams in our league, I like to have their number one targets, those quarterbacks, whatever the top four teams are in our leagues. I like to have their quarterbacks number one target, and so that way it kind of spreads it around, and it buffers me for when I go against them. So I really don't pay attention to stacks as much as you do. I think, Dale, it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a way to play fantasy. Not the only way, but definitely a way. And I like the big boost you get when you get a touchdown pass and touchdown catch, like 12-point play or whatever, plus a yard. So yeah.
I enjoy the fact of thinking about you opening up your phone, checking some big ass points on your phone. I know what smile you got on your face when you do that. All right. Dale's like, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
Now this whole Derrick Henry and Lamar stack right here is pretty pimp. If you get a run heavy team, this is something to think about too, I guess. Like, bringing this up is with Hurts and then Barkley also. A lot of these are more run heavy focused teams. Seemingly run it, they run the ball 55% of the time or more, and so that's a beneficial stack to have right there too as well.
Think about if you had a young stack like Kyler Murray, and Marvin Harrison, or even Trey McBride.
Oh yeah,
like these are going to be guys that's going to be putting up points for a long time, both from the quarterback position and from the receiver position. So. That to me, that's a pretty good stack to have if you got that in Dynasty, man. Like have that for a long time, man.
Yeah. Dynasty is even better, better. But you got to live with them ups and downs, man. There's gonna be some downs.
True, it's true. There are ups and downs, and you can see that through the weeks.
Yeah,
I every week charted and everything here.
I like it.
Yeah, man. When they hit it, they hit. 28, 27. What the heck did I just do?
Oh, Dale's over here changing fantasy points all of a sudden.
Oh, okay. I see what I did.
Hey, yeah.
I changed the team. I was about to look at a different team.
I got you.
So yeah, but 28, 27, 15, like, yeah,
Yeah, dude.
When it hits, it hits, and when it doesn't, it's 12-0. Like that's bad.
That's terrible. Or Kyler Marvin Harrison Jr. in week 6 right there. That was a hard set. That was a hard week right there.
Right. So that is you have a good point because when the floor is very low when you got a stack in your lineup. So
yeah, the floor is low and the ceiling's super high. So.
But if you subscribe to the thinking that your star is gonna show up in big games, you think toward the fantasy playoffs, these are big games.
You have a chance to predict this kind of stuff because there are certain teams. Same thing with the whole philosophy of streaming a quarterback is that the quarterbacks are more matchup dependent. So you can find those bad matchups and prepare yourself for them throughout the week, throughout the season. Actually, you can just sit down the first 4 weeks of the season and plot that course out for yourself and know that you need to pick up a guy who has a good matchup for that week. And you might not start somebody that you might want to start.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, just wanted to kind of chat about that a bit there, Tim, especially since I lost the game to a stack and
you got your behind ripped up, as you say.
I did.
You got no Diddy? Was that Diddy or is that full Diddy? Is that what that? Yeah,
definitely no Diddy here.
Okay. Sometimes you don't know somebody. You might have known them for years and years, and you're like, oh wait, I don't really know that guy. Yeah.
All right, Tim, let's get into some injury talk, man. We've got guys injured because they played football. Let's start with Dak Prescott. We know he's going to IR with his hamstring. But hot off the presses, Tim. Andre Miller, the running back from New Orleans.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Oh, you know who he is, Tim. He's been sitting on your team for 2 years.
Yeah,
sitting because he's always hurt.
Always on the bench, man. And I know it's going to be one of those scenarios. As soon as I drop him in Dynasty, he's going to start like being healthy again.
Tim, it's not happening. I'm a Saints fan. I hate this dude. I hate him.
So do you think the whole Dak Prescott going to get this surgery all of a sudden is because the Cowboys are sucking?
No, it's more of I think it's a significant hamstring injury. If you got it's not a strain, if you got to get surgery, right?
Yeah.
So being able to actually come back and be able to play on it, he'd be playing compromise. He'd be out there and just be a sitting duck in the pocket. He definitely wouldn't take off and run at all. And so I think this is the best way to go about doing it. Of course, the team sucks. There's no need to go out there and risk anything else. And it's better to get everything repaired properly and come back next year strong with a better team. Like I see no reason why this should have even been a debate once they found out the hamstring injury was significant.
That's significant. I got you.
So, Aaron Jones he left the game with the chest injury. I believe they're calling it ribs. So he may end up playing with a jacket, maybe get an injection or something like that.
Yeah.
To allow him to play, but keep an eye on that. I know a lot of people are kind of counting on Aaron Jones as your running back. Trevor Lawrence is going to remain out. And the talk is he might return after the bye. So I don't think it's going to be a permanent IR situation where the team sucks. We don't need him back or nothing like that. They're going to try to bring him back. So that's something to keep an eye out on. Mac Jones looked terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
People who have Brian Thomas Jr., I feel sorry for you because he was balling with Trevor Lawrence. And he looked bad, bro. Like Mac Jones is terrible, bro.
Nasty. Sam Laporta on here. AC joint.
Yeah, that was a surprise because he like caught like the game-winning touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, right? But they said he got an AC joint issue, so keep an eye on his practice participation to see if he can play through this or not. But yeah, that's tough for a tight end. Being able to lift your arms for sure, but then also taking that abuse on the line, blocking with a compromised shoulder. Like I don't know about that one, man.
I heard my AC playing around with my kid, man. She played softball for a lot of years.
Yeah,
I couldn't even throw the ball, man.
Right.
Look,
exactly.
Dude, man, people would be watching me like I'd be doing this like low shoulder kind of throw with her, and people would be watching me like, what's that guy throwing like that? Why is Coach Chip throwing like that? He's out there throwing like that. What is he doing? That was like 6 months, bro. 6 months, man.
For me. Man. Yeah, I understand that. Let's see. We got a little question here. Should we trade London for Debo?
Oh,
I like London more than the Debo side.
I like London a lot. I'm not even looking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay with London. Don't trade it away.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because we highlighted Jawan Jennings later in the show, benefiting more from Ayuk being gone than Debo. So
yeah,
we'll have that later in the show too. So.
Okay. All right. Someone's 8-2, had a 10-man 10-man league.
Yeah.
He's got Hurts, Jonathan Taylor, Mixon, Chase, Moore, Kittle, and Monty. In the bench, he's got Mooney, Purcell, Dowell. Should I trade a running back for a wide receiver, and which one?
Ooh.
So let's see.
First, let's
Mixon.
I always want to look and see if we can. At this rate, if we can trade away a guy who has not had his bye week yet, whether that's a running back, wide receiver, whatever, and we can trade for like a wide receiver that has already had their bye week, then that's a win-win scenario. You win twice right there. So that's something to be looking forward to. Let's see what I'm going to look at strength of schedule real quick just to see. You want to look at the running backs there, Dale? Make a decision there. I'll check on the wide receiver strength of schedule.
If you're trading one of these running backs, I guess Montgomery is going to be the one that you trade away. Because I wouldn't trade away Mixon or Jonathan Taylor in this scenario. I honestly wouldn't even be trading away Montgomery though, but I understand wanting a better receiver than Moore.
So I got the best wide receivers to pick up right now are going to be Steelers. They have the easiest schedule for the rest of the season. Now they have bad matchups on week 15 and week 17 though. So be ready for your championship to not have as much. But Steelers wide receivers would be a good trade for right now too, because Russell Wilson's kind of coming up for the Steelers. The Titans have the second easiest schedule, and they have a great schedule all the way through week 17. So Titans wide receivers.
Okay.
The last one I'd like to suggest, the last two, would be Eagles. They have the fourth best wide receiver. Eagles wide receivers have the fourth easiest schedule, and Cardinals have the after their bye week this week, they have the fifth easiest schedule. So those are my picks.
Okay. So if you're trading away Montgomery, is it crazy to ask for Nico Collins?
Nico, no, it's not crazy. I don't think that's crazy at all. Montgomery's worth money, man. He's money in the bank.
Okay.
So, let's see what's who was out for Collins. By the way,
Nico Collins hadn't come back. This has been his fifth week with injury. And so whoever has him, they're probably looking to get him with him, get rid of him, right?
Yeah.
Taking the zero all these weeks. And then if you got a running back like that, I think you get that. And I think he's gonna come back this week for sure. That's my expectation.
Oh yeah, you're gonna make a beer bet on that since you're gonna put for sure on there?
Sure, why not? Nico Collins will get more than one fantasy point this week.
More than Dale this week. So the other side is actually Pickens, also George Pickens.
That might be hard to get
for Montgomery.
Yeah, I mean, just because George Pickens has been hot.
Well, he got hot last week, but he's only been hot twice this year. Week 7 and week 10. He's been low ever since Fields has been playing. But
Wilson been the quarterback, right? So
ever since Wilson's been playing, it's he's been hot. Yes. So like the last 3 weeks he's doing pretty good. but the person that owns him is going to be thinking about the field's time too. And so, if you're going to invest in the Steelers, this week is the last week to do it.
So would you rather George Pickens, Nico Collins, or let's see, or Devonta Smith? They're all ranked around the same thing for as far as production is concerned on the year.
I want to go Pickens, Devonta Smith, and Nico. But you got Nico in there. He's off of the Texans. I was talking about Titans.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at something else. That's all.
All right. I got Texans right in the middle as far as strength of schedule goes for the rest of the season. Plus, they haven't had their bye week yet, so you'd be trading into something that you'd have to sit a guy. Where Montgomery on the Lions, what was their bye week? The Lions have already had their bye week, so you'd be sitting another guy for another season.
Yeah. Regarding your London deal, like it's fine. Like I think a quarterback can support more than one receiver. Mooney is a pretty good receiver too, but yeah, I would still keep London. London is his big target. Is his main guy.
Yep. Kirk Cousins has been able to support two top tier targets. Last year he had Hawkinson. Was that last year? Yeah, the year before last, he had Hawkinson and Justin Jefferson. He was feeding both of them. So we've seen Cousins feed two targets.
He had Jefferson and Thielen at one point.
Yeah,
that was another one.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll be fine. So now he wants to know if you start Tank Dell or London, and would you stash Jerome Ford? I mean, you can hold on to Jerome Ford as a, potential guy for the future as far as, injury pops up and he gets in and starts playing again.
I got London ranked 15th overall, 12 fantasy points, and I got Tank Dell ranked 31st overall with 10 fantasy points. So about a 2-point difference between the two. I'd lean London on that.
Yeah, same here.
Hold on Ford.
Let's see.
I think you're going to be better off holding on to Juwan Jennings. I got to write up on some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Jennings is supposed to be hot the rest of the season, but we'll listen to that here in a little bit.
All right. Let's get back to the injuries here. Michael Pittman Jr. Questionable with the back injury, but I did hear that Anthony Richardson will be starting this week. So I'm tempering my expectations for Indianapolis wide receivers, period. So
Dell's broke his heart too many times.
Yeah. Was terrible last week, so I understand why they're sitting him.
You done went back to that ex-girlfriend too many times. She keeps breaking it. Look at you, Dell.
The defensive injuries, we've already seen Marshawn Lattimore be declared out for Thursday's game. So enjoy that trade, you guys.
Yeah.
JOK for Cleveland got placed on IR, and Jaquan Brisker, the DB from Chicago, is already declared out this week. So don't look for anything from him. Guys coming back from injury, we saw Michael Parsons get 2 sacks in his return.
Do the gift.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's my favorite gift. All of your stupid gifts you got.
You're right. And we heard Isaiah Pacheco has been designated for return with the Chiefs here. I am very happy to hear about that. He's not going to play this week, but he's going to be out there practicing. And once he starts practicing, getting in a groove, they're going to activate him, and he'll be back in there.
But do they really need him? I mean, they're winning games, dude.
Yeah, of course they're winning games.
Oh my gosh.
They're coming down to the end. Like, they're struggling, bro. Like, they're winning these games barely. And the best way to really help that is just boost that running game. You get a two-headed monster running the ball with him and Hunt. This could be dangerous, bro. And the Chiefs could be remarkable down the stretch, bro. So
All right.
Very concerned as a football fan of, just wanting to see somebody different win.
Well, they're putting forth some good effort, man, to be the first three-peat team. That Hopkins trade, man.
But a lot of this is trades too. Like, why did you just give them DeAndre Hopkins? Like, why? You just gave it to them.
They pretty much did. What was it, a 5th-round pick for Hopkins?
Yeah.
I think it was a 5th.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
These are like those bad trades that happen in Dynasty, toward the end of the season, and people like, I ain't gonna make the playoffs. Let me trade away everything. Like, you still got to play next year, fool.
Well, Hopkins wasn't happy anyway. But and for KC though, their 5th-round pick is at the end of it's going to be at the very end.
Well,
it's going to be the last 2 or 3 picks.
It ain't no snake draft.
And then on the flip side, it ain't even a snake draft. And on the flip side, they might get a compensatory pick from some other person leaving in free agency.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, it might be a wash for them in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
That's JG selling people bad stuff. Everything I sell has a warranty on it. It's not my fault you didn't buy the extended warranty. That's what it is.
Okay, so we got news that the Broncos have a new starting running back, and that is Esme, I believe. He came from Notre Dame, if not mistaken. That's where he played football at. So definitely they needed a running back. I can tell you, as a guy who has Williams on the team.
Is that name back thing? That name thing.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his first name.
Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams. I couldn't remember his first name.
Damn.
We're blank.
Damn.
We're blank.
All right.
Yes. Williams sucks. Okay. Bad player. Okay. And that's why he was losing snaps to McLaughlin.
Yeah.
McLaughlin is like a running back that weighs like 120 pounds, soaking wet. All right. He can't break a tackle to save his life. Okay. Because he's 120 pounds, bro. So I get it. So yeah, they worked. They picked up Esme in the draft, and now it's starting to show up. He rushed last week. Let me see. What did he do last week?
We also have him number 2 on our running back waiver wire pickups this week. So,
there we go. Yeah. So he finished this last week with like 5.3 points. It look like. Is that right? Yeah, week 10. So, but he's got 14 carries this past game, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see that work.
Yeah.
And so he's getting that work, and he's gonna split time, of course. Definitely gonna split time. But I'm encouraged by the number of carries that he got. He's going up against the Falcons this week. So you know, I still like him. I'm gonna start him in one of the leagues. I guarantee that. I picked him up.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Like I am running back desperate. A running back get the job. Yes.
What?
Give it to
Down.
me.
Well, he got 14 carries. He wasn't very efficient, but I think that's Denver's offensive line speaking more so than him. So, but he's been way more efficient. Jaleel McLaughlin, he had 2 carries for 12 yards. So, and then Javonte had 1 carry for 1 yard. Javante's definitely being put on the back burner. So,
now when he does score points, it's usually through the passing game. And so that's if he's in there, like when they're running a 2-minute drill or something like that, he'll be fine with that too. But yeah, his best game was versus New Orleans. Well, we freaking let him do whatever he wants to do. So someone asked, should they trade Tyreek for Mike Evans in the PPR league?
When's Evans slotted to come back? I do like this, by the way. I like this idea right here because I'm getting out of the Dolphins, you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of their offense as a whole. So.
And honestly, man, like Baker Mayfield is like one of the top scoring quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Yeah, he is, and Evans being that, I do like that trade. I'm not sure when exactly Evans is coming back. Let me see. I kind of started looking stuff up when you brought it up. But he says he's coming back this week.
Okay.
Coming back week 11. So, right. Well, it's bye week anyway. It's his bye week, so we'll be back on 12. This is a great time to pick him up. Whoever's got Mike Evans is probably had him on his bench long enough, and I always like making them soak up 2/3 of that bench time they've had. He's going to be out 6 weeks. Make them hold it on to him for 4, and then reach out at 4 weeks and go grab him. So that way he's only on your bench for a couple of weeks before you start receiving all the benefits owning him.
Yeah. I do wonder though how long Tristan Wirfs is going to be out on that offensive line. He left that game last week with the knee injury. So yeah, that will definitely hurt Baker Mayfield in the year he's been having. He's been having a really good year. So,
well, I mean, when you can hold off, who was that? Nick Bosa, or what was it? Which Bosa brother from San Francisco? He held him off with one arm. He stiffed arm that dude.
Yeah.
Freaking, come on, man. You know,
that's great.
Baker's on that juice right now. Yeah. So,
well, yeah. What happens if you got Esme and you have Javonte Williams? I'm saying start Esme. Period.
Yeah. Well, and I say that because Bryce. I say that because when you see one guy getting 14 carries, 14 attempts, and the other guy's got 1, there's definitely something here, and it's not injury related. We know that it's not injury related, so it's definitely performance related.
No, I mean, look, it's always going to be about what you do with the carries you get, right? They're going to ride the hot hand for sure. So if Javonte Williams gets in there and he pops one, they're going to stick with him. And see he pop another one. So that's the game though. Yeah. But all season he hadn't popped one unless he played against New Orleans. So there you go.
Unless he played against New Orleans. So yeah, you'll see it coming though. You'll see a game where they split carries all of a sudden. And you'll know where the favor's going. So right now, though, I'm on Esme. So,
and I believe he's bigger. Let me look at his actual weight, because I like to try to get the goal line back too. That's a good way to make sure you get a decent amount of those points.
Yeah, running back weight 215, 225, somewhere in that range is usually a good rate for running backs.
Yeah.
Of course, their 215, 225 is way different than like.
So he's 5'11", 227. So yeah, he's got decent weight on him.
Yeah.
He can be a goal line back. Javonte Williams is 220. So yeah. That's the guy you want to get. he's not going to get subbed out for somebody else at the goal line, I believe. So,
yeah.
So he got offered Travis Kelce for Devontae Smith and Kyle Pitts. My other wide receivers are Jamar Chase, Jennings, Hopkins, and Sutton. The running backs is Jacobs, Dobbins, K9, and Rashad White. Who's K9? Walker. Okay, Kenny Walker.
Kenneth Walker. So I'm kind of down on Travis Kelce this year, man.
Yeah. I mean, this is good if you can get another piece instead of him.
Yeah.
So I think it's either Devontae Smith or Kyle Pitts is the offer here.
Yeah.
And so in this offer, what would you take? What would you want?
What other tight end they got? He doesn't list his other tight end though. What's your other tight end?
This might be his tight end. And so
yeah.
you're looking to upgrade his tight end position.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't trade Kelce for Pitts straight up. I would like to have Kyle Pitts out of those two. I would rather have Kyle Pitts. If you can get somebody Kyle Pitts in the backup for you, that would be a great scenario.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts has been up and down. He has hit though, so he's not a total bust. It's just not consistent. And sometimes the targets just don't go his way. He's definitely lower on the totem pole of receiving
targets.
Options out there. Yeah, he likes Mooney and he likes London. Sometimes he can hit Pitts. He likes the other one too. Dang on it, McCray. Dang on it, Tim.
Why are you blaming me for your memory?
Because you're supposed to know what I'm talking about.
Listen, I'll take it when you complain about you not being able to see something because I made the font too small. What?
McLeod. Come on, Tim.
Yeah, McLeod. Yeah. So
he likes him too. So yeah, he is definitely down lower on the totem pole though of receiving targets. So
I also have I also like this trade a lot because they got the Falcons with a slightly better both of them for Kelce. Yeah, I'm on that 100%.
I'm taking it. the deal.
I also have the Falcons with a slightly better playoff schedule. This is what we need to start looking at right now during this time of season, trading for pieces that have a better playoff schedule than the piece you got. And so that's looking up some strength of schedules, points. I don't know. I pay for a lot of my sites that I'm on, so I have to find some resource that's open to everybody and look at their strength of schedule. Maybe I'll put it out there for next show.
Okay. I mean, check Fantasy Pros, man.
Yeah,
got a lot of good stuff on Fantasy Pros.
Here we are. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at Fantasy Pros right now. I don't like the way they list it though. They're not giving me as many stats. They just give you star ratings, 1 through 5 stars.
Yeah.
So it mixes your eyeballs start hurting when you look at too many stupid star ratings. This is straight up an Excel sheet of star ratings, teams and positions. It's stupid. So Fantasy Pros is a great overall generic site, though. Dell is correct about that. There are other places that do things better, though. So, all right. What we got for waivers this week, Dale?
All right. Let's look at the quarterbacks and this week at quarterback. Scroll. Justin Herbert. I feel like I should actually apologize to Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
because a couple weeks ago I benched him in favor of Stroud. He did his thing. Stroud didn't. And since then, I've been playing him like the past 2 weeks, and he's been my number one quarterback, and probably going to end up saving my season at the quarterback position, man. Last week, we saw Justin Herbert run the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
And he juked the guy and everything like that. He even scored a rushing touchdown. I thought Justin Herbert been pretty good. I think I'm gonna start him again this week.
I got you. Well,
so yeah.
I did it again though. I don't have him on the list still.
Who's that?
I brought the notes for Justin Herbert, but where's he at? He's not even on the list.
Oh.
Look at Tim being a let me grab him up real quick so I can give the audio on where he's at. He's 55% rostered. That's why okay. Stafford's on here, but he got 58%. So but Herbert was the one of the week because let's see, it looks like I like the fact that it looks like Harbaugh is starting to play more balanced now. So so he was doing run heavy offense, and now he's playing a lot more balanced. Yeah. But he scored a rushing touchdown last week, and the Bengals defense was pretty bad against the Ravens.
That was a complete shootout right there. Like I said, Jamar Chase went off. I don't expect the Chargers to duplicate that, but we have been seeing production from McConkey. We have been seeing production from Quentin Johnson. So man, those two guys can look to boost things up.
We brought up Quentin Johnson pickup last week. Remember that, Dale?
Yes, exactly. Yep. So I'm good. I'm good with the Chargers there, man. Good with the Chargers. So let's look at running back here. Jaylen Warren tops the list here. The running back from Pittsburgh. So last week he rushed 14 times, 66 yards. He also caught the ball twice for 29 yards. This has been like the pass catching back for the Steelers for a minute now. Yeah. And from time to time, we start seeing him outshine Najee Harris. And it starts, kind of the fan, starts talking about, hey, why don't we just play Jaylen Warren a little bit more than Najee Harris? But we do have Najee Harris dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury, and we'll see if that's going to hamper him or maybe push the total of carries over toward the Jaylen Warren side. So that's something to kind of keep an eye out on.
Yeah, I like it. I've liked Warren for a while now. It's just Najee being the one in there soaking up too much time. Yeah. So here, and we got number 2 on our list. Your boy Estime that you got brought up.
Yeah. So. Again, this is looking at attempts. I'm not looking at production.
Yeah.
I'm looking at attempts, and I know what his predecessors have done in the running game, and that is nothing. So he's getting the opportunity. I'm going for it. Yeah. I'm putting all the chips in. Let's go. So yeah, it's running back, and if you can get somebody late in the season at running back to start putting up some points for you, that's gonna tilt things in your favor, man. Like for real.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, the wide receivers, Tim. Jawan Jennings tops the list here.
Yeah. He week 10 last week, he got 7 catches for 11 yards. I mean, seven catches on 11 targets for 93 yards. He's got a good rapport with Brock Purdy. His ceiling, we saw that in week 3. He had 11 catches, 175 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He also has a big floor. He's been the one to benefit the most out of Ayuk's season-ending injury. So, I know it still says 68% right there, and all the top 3 that we got this week, actually top 4 above 50% rostered. But if Jawan Jennings is not added in your league, you got to go grab him. Yes. In those deeper leagues, we're getting down to like Donnie Mitchell, sorry, and Mac Hollins in that
but
area.
also keep an eye on Ricky Pearsall. He just caught his first touchdown this past week. For San Francisco, he's getting more snaps, more routes run, and I just guess they got vacant targets out there, and they're actually they're trying to get their number one pick work, and I like to see it. So I'm definitely gonna start Pearsall in a league. He's got talent for sure. I've seen the guy at Florida. He's got talent, so he's getting the opportunity. I'm gonna bank on the talent.
I always bank on any guy that can take a bullet in the nightclub for you. All right. He got shot in the leg earlier in the season at a nightclub, right? It's usually when somebody
with some kind of alley or something.
An alley. That sounds even worse than a nightclub, Dale. That's
the guy got run up on. That's what happened.
I mean,
I've never been to San Francisco. I mean, have you been to San Francisco? Maybe they got alleys everywhere. I don't know.
Let me just go walking down this alley. I stay out of those danger zones, man. And I'm a white dude, all right? My spidey sense does get out of here, Timmy. Time to go. So yeah, don't catch me in no fucking alley. Wow.
All right. DK Metcalf or London for the playoffs. And Breesy or I guess Brees Hall. I'm sorry, Brees Hall or Jonathan Taylor for the playoffs, full PPR.
Brees Hall has been hurting my feelings lately.
So you've got the whole playoff schedule up there.
I'm pulling it up right now. I got the wide receivers here. We got
So I
Seattle.
guess rank them in order, like maybe a top 3 of the 4.
Wow, I got both. Let's see, Seattle and Atlanta. Strength of schedule is terrible during the playoffs.
Okay.
So let's see, Seattle looks like week 16 is the only good week they have the rest of the season. Week 16. And then rankings for Falcons, the only good weeks they got left are week 14 and then week 17. So I'd be it's kind of dodgy. So that's one part. Now give me about 5 minutes here because this what I'm streaming, this website doesn't like me very much. So bouncing between positions, becomes a problem. All right, here we are. I
would just say just on without looking at strength schedule at all or anything else, I'm going to trust Jonathan Taylor a little bit more in the playoffs than Brees Hall, and it's just because I'm looking at the Jets offense struggle from possession to possession, and then boom, then he hit one. That's like an Aaron Rodgers thing or something to me. I don't know.
Well, that's a Jets thing. It is a Jets thing. Now, the Jets, for a running back position, they do have the second easiest schedule for the rest of the season, to include the playoffs. Week 16, they're going to have a little bit of a dip right there going against the Rams. But Jonathan Taylor and the Colts, they're doing better. They got the 10th easiest schedule. They're going to be taking their dip. They got a bye week in week 14, but they take their dip on weeks 15 and 16. They got a good matchup against the Giants in week 17. So your running backs, they're probably going to switch back and forth between priorities right there, between Brees Hall and JT. But your wide receivers have both got terrible matchups for the playoffs.
Okay. All right, there we go. See another question here. It's trade, Tim. Look, you like trades.
I do.
James Conner, Brian Robinson, Najee Harris for Gibbs. So you trading 3 running backs for 1?
Yeah, I don't know.
His other running backs are Derrick Henry and Chase Brown. So Brian Robinson and Najee have been kind of useless to him.
I got you. So the question is, who are you trading him to? Right. So, are you trading him to a contender or somebody that's in the bottom? Because that's a piece. I would probably try to trade maybe two of these. Najee, probably Connor and Najee, maybe. Is this redraft or dynasty? I'm going to assume it's redraft.
Yeah.
So, what's the Cardinals? Cardinals have the fourth easiest schedule in the playoffs. Commanders, you can trade if it's redraft. You could trade Brian Robinson, either the 11th hardest schedule, and their schedule gets even worse during the playoffs.
I'm guessing he's just trying to put together an offer that won't get rejected at all. Like, make it hard for him to refuse if he's trying to get giving up Gibbs or whatever.
The Steelers have the worst schedule from here on for the rest of the season. So we're definitely wanting to give up Najee and.
He said it's to a bad team. So
gotcha. Yeah, so I like giving up Najee. And who was that? Brian Robinson was my other one. Was that correct? Yeah. Give up for sure Brian Robinson, Najee for Gibbs. Connor, the guy might take your trade with just those two, without Connor. So I try to keep Connor out of those three.
Okay. All right, cool. How do you feel about DeAndre Hopkins in the playoffs?
Yes. Yeah.
Smash,
baby.
Smash.
Yeah. Dale done swiped right on that one. It didn't even take him that long. That's what she said. So yeah. See where the Chiefs
let's look at the tight ends pickups here. We got Hunter Henry highlighted here. Week 10, he only had one catch for 14 yards. Why is he being highlighted here? Because if there's just some kind of crazy matchup here in week 11, Tim?
Yeah, Drake May's showing steady improvement. He's got a favorable matchup against the Rams. So, he felt we already hit Taysom Hill for the season, right? I think we brought him up twice. All right. And then other one, Jonnu Smith. We're trying to dodge Miami right now. No telling when. Did you see that tackle Tua did? Or
tackle?
Tua did a tackle. And it was a very similar hit to the one that he just got knocked out on.
Oh,
like his neck went to the side real quick and all that.
Okay.
Like this guy, he's not learning his lessons, man. All right,
he's not wearing a helmet condom either.
He put the helmet down. Like, I mean, the helmet condom. We ain't got no helmet condom. He's just spreading this nastiness all over the field without that helmet condom on.
H-Chan wearing it. And he was like, "Hey, look." I did hear this on the internet, so I don't know how true it is. But he's like, every time he looks at me, he called me like I don't know, Trent or something like that. Okay. Like, I don't want my name to change to something else after you get hit again. So I wear this helmet condom. Make sure my name stays Trent or whatever.
All right. Oh, he called you something else. I got you. Yeah, don't trust Tua and his concussions right now.
Tua gonna be all right. All right, let's look at the defensive side here. Some pickups. The team defense of the week is
not on the list.
Yeah.
No, there it is. It's not on the list. It's whatever. It's the Lions. It's the Lions. I like the Lions. Yeah. I had it in here. It's on my other notes. Man, I'm bubbling. I'm dropping the football. I'm doing the Tua. I'm doing the Tua the whole time.
Okay. So the Lions, after the hell of a game they had on Sunday night, tops the list here. but they are 62% rostered. Do you have like any streams for the week on a defense, or did they have the best matchup going against Jacksonville? That's what it is.
They're 13.5 point favorites against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They're expected to score a majority of the points in this game. So they're number 2 in interceptions and number 4 in fantasy points per game this season. So it's a pretty good pick for them. Now the next one that is out there is the Texans. So
going against Dallas with Cooper Rush and quarterback, like I would eat that up.
Yeah,
for sure. I have Danielle Hunter, and I also have Will Anderson.
Yeah,
if you can believe it or not, it's not on the same team, but I've got both of those guys, and I'm hoping Will Anderson can be healthy this week and play, because they can eat versus Cooper Rush. That would be wonderful.
The Eagles sacked him 3 times and intercepted him once.
Yes.
And also recovered 4 fumbles in that game. So the Texans are probably going to be out here stomping up on Dallas. Good game to watch if you hate Dallas.
Yes. Interesting question here. Should I buy low on CeeDee Lamb? I'm definitely asking if this is Dynasty or not. If you're talking about for the rest of the season, hell no. If this is season long, hell no.
Yeah, this is redraft. We're done with CD. But it is good. So like if you're in Dynasty and the guy who owns CD has like a shot to go to make the playoffs, or he's on that edge, this is the kind of situation you want to take advantage of, right?
Yeah.
Oh, redraft. Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Magic. So if you're a Mr. Magic, it's implied there's a Mrs. Magic too, right? You're right. Like there's a Mr. Magic, a Mrs. Magic,
without having a Mrs. Man.
So there you are.
How low would you attempt to go to obtain CD?
Oh,
what's a good comp? What if you had MVS from last week? You picked him up.
Marquez Valdes-Scantling?
Yeah, he just went off with Derek Carr. Could you trade him for CeeDee Lamb?
I mean, if in Dynasty, if it was a switch, I don't know if somebody would actually trade that though.
No, it's not gonna happen in Dynasty.
But
I would do that.
You could put MVS with somebody else and push the guy that owns CD over the top. You could be like, hey, MVS. If you got MVS, it's a good time to trade him. But push. MVS is the sweet piece over here, and it's not going to be valuable. But whoever seen MVS do some stuff, they're going to like it.
So what kind of player can I trade for if I'm trading Aaron Jones and Downs?
Oh, that's one of Dale's favorite guys, Josh Downs.
So a boom bust quarterback. I'm sorry, it's Aaron Jones, not Aaron Rodgers. A hurt running back and a boom bust wide receiver, pretty much.
Yeah. What you need a wide receiver, Mr. Magic, or you need a running back? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I would probably try to do wide receiver, I guess.
Yeah. Steelers. I'm hot on the Steelers right now, man.
Yeah, Pickens.
Dude, Aaron Jones, you might be able to get Jones straight up for Pickens. And then still keep Downs.
So either wide receiver or a running back.
Yeah.
So Pickens. What about neighbors?
The Giants, I didn't list them earlier. All right. They are in the top 5 for strength of schedule for the rest of the season. I didn't really list them earlier. You might be able to make both trades, to be honest with you. You could probably trade Jones away, get Pickens, and then trade Downs away and get neighbors.
Okay. Hey, try that out, Mr. Magic.
Yeah. Work your magic. And then
work some magic, bro.
And then you can maybe you give Dale some pointers on how to get a missus. Because clearly me and Dale have all the time to study fantasy football.
Pretty much. That's what it is. That's my girl.
So,
all right, tell me you picked the hardest name ever.
I know.
To put up here at the feature, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Julie Tupeloto.
Yeah, we'll go with it from the Chargers.
5.5 sacks over his last 3 games, and back-to-back games with 2 or more sacks. So, he's got a pretty strong snap share as well, 75% during this span. Also 4 tackles during the last 3 weeks, and he's going up against the Bengals. Bengals notoriously have a weak O-line there, and Joe Burrow kind of holds the ball a little bit too, and they don't run the ball very much. So, I'm all about that.
You like it, yeah.
That looks pretty good there.
I thought you'd like this pick, but not the name. So
okay. I'm not afraid of the name. I will try it. I ain't gonna ever see this dude in the dark alley.
Damn, he's like a Ricky Pearsall you. So typically when I hear about someone getting shot in the leg, I normally think that they had something on them and they were trying to pull it out and pulled the trigger and shot themselves in the leg.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Yep. All right. So linebacker, Blake Cashman, the linebacker from Minnesota, is the featured guy here. And so we looked at some of his stats, 80% snap share after the injury. He's been in a full-time role this week coming back from the injury. And he's the play caller. So he's got that green dot. And when you got that green dot, you're probably going to be out there every snap. You know? So I like the projection here of Blake Cashman as a pickup there, Tim. That's pretty good.
And he was one of my favorites, and he was, I think, on Las Vegas last year. And he was one of my favorite pickups last year. So like this is another good pickup at linebacker. And it's hard to find a consistent linebacker too.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find them, man. Especially if you don't have like one of the top ones, White, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's just what it is, man. The defensive backs, Taylor Rapp, the safety from Buffalo, started off slow this year, but he's got 7 or more tackles in the last 4 or 5 games. We're average about 7.5 tackles during that span. He's got that high floor because of those tackles. I want to say he got an interception or something like that last week too. I remember watching the game and seeing him get an interception off of a ricochet. So he's playing a lot of snaps. Poyer used to be one of my favorite safeties playing with the Bills too. He just moved on to Miami. So I like the way that they have their safeties do their work. So I can see Taylor Rapp doing good here. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's been a good player for a couple of years now. I think he's kind of young. I think he's only
he's a young guy.
4 years. See, he's we got him at 26, so he's been about 4 years, and he's always a name we bring up mid-season like this. It seems like him and Cashman both.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right. Another trade question. Trade Alvin Kamara for, I guess it's Rashad White, Puka Nacua, and McBride. If you can get all of that, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the Puka and the McBride side of that.
Right.
Rashad White's just a little bit extra there. But
if you can get all of that, sure.
Yeah.
Do that. Do that. All right. I have a crazy trade. Trade away Gibbs and Josh. Oh, are you the other guy?
No, he's the other side of the trade. You're not gonna believe this, guys. I just got offered it. This guy
It's
named
all
Tyreek Kelly.
familiar. I got Tyreek and Chase Brown. I'm 3-7, dead last in the league. His roster is Gibbs, Cook, Montgomery, Wilson, Lamb, Downs. Yeah, if you're 3-7, bro, take it. Let's get. Let's try to improve.
Well, he's trading
last.
He's trading Gibbs and Downs to get Tyreek and Chase Brown. Yeah, we got to shoot for something. I don't really like the Miami side. I think I said that too, but I mean, we got to change something up here. That is at this point. There's a strong chance that this is time to take risks, Aiden. So there's a strong chance Tyreek and Chase Brown's going to be the best end of that deal. So,
and to kind of piggyback off of that, how you feel about Tyreek moving forward?
And for Dynasty,
I'm fine with Tyreek. I say as long as Tua is there, the offense is great.
Yeah,
but it's fragile. It's handled with glass, handled with care, right? That's what it is.
So if Tyreek, if you have him in Dynasty, if we're talking about Dynasty here, then I would definitely be holding Tyreek because right now you couldn't get anything for him. Not a lot, should I say?
Yeah, I'm not selling low on Tyreek like that, man.
No,
that'll be pretty low, bro.
I got a feeling one day he's going to go back to KC.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah,
and for like a 5th round pick, something like that, somebody gonna give him to him.
Yeah. So,
yep. All right, let's talk some picks, Tim.
Oh yeah, we got.
And now let's look at this week's matchup.
All right, we're talking about picks this week, week 11. But first, we need to talk about our Pick'em League and look at the current standings for that. Here we go. Make this a little bit bigger if we can. Leading in first, tied in first for 3-way tie. Who that 603, Crime the Curtain, and Casey's Clowns all have 72 points. Followed by Boo Bear wins with 73, Blood, Sweat, and Beers.
Boo Bear's been kicking our butt for years now, man.
Yes, she is. She has been killing us. JG number 8, top of the bleachers.
Yeah.
Was 67. Marvin got 67.
Marvin's beating
my
you.
Pick as well. Tied with me is 66, as well as Jake the Villain, Dreaded Warriors, all 66. Scrolling. Looking for you, Tim. Right below my guy, the Queefers. 52, right, Tim?
I was 25th last week. I moved up.
Embarrassing.
There should be a little arrow that says you're moving up.
Improving, yeah.
Who's getting worse, who's getting better. At this rate, I'll be good sometime like in 2027.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that's what it is, Tim. Maybe that's what it is. All right, man. Let's make some picks here. Washington going to Philadelphia. And Philadelphia is a 3.5 point favorite. The total for this game is 48.5 points. Let's look at the best prop bets. AJ Brown is 89.5 receiving yards. And his projection is 74.5.
Man, I just realized this is a big scoring game, and all the prop bets here are
saying under.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering if there's some weather coming in.
Yeah, but the points the over under should move too, though. If the weather was coming in, they thought it was going to affect the game.
Yeah,
over and under should be moving too.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Jaden Daniels, 226 and a half passing yards. He is projected for 216. And Jalen Hurts, 227 and a half passing yards, projected for 218. So of these, I'd maybe be like the under with Jalen Hurts, 218.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 227 and a half passing yards. I like that under.
Yeah.
Everything else I probably wouldn't touch.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with you on the Jalen Hurts, the 218. Their run game's been looking good lately. So haven't. Oh, JG's like he forgets to make his picks.
Hey, we give you 2 weeks to forget. That's all we give you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's like missing that car payment. They start coming after you after 2 weeks.
Exactly.
So, of course, if you got a weekly car payment, you got something else going on.
Now the passing yardage for Jaden Daniels, I don't like that just because he hits a lot of deep shots, a lot of them, bro.
Yeah.
I saw McLaurin. He would have had some touchdowns last week if McLaurin could have, got his behind in the end zone. He was right there, but he he got tackled like the 1 or the 5 or something like that, man. So yeah, I don't like those at all.
So
I would kind of lean toward the rushing totals for Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts. Although last week Jaden Daniels didn't have any rushing yards, if I'm not mistaken.
Just pulling up the weather, it's going to be 47 degrees during the game in Philadelphia, and partly cloudy, 27% chance of rain. So maybe they're predicting that there's going to be some rain in the game. Okay. Rush totals are probably going to be up.
Okay. Before we pick this game, since we have something kind of similar here, Terry McLaurin, Brian Robinson, Najee for Gibbs. Other wide receivers are Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Cup. Trading with Terry McLaurin and Brian Robinson and Najee for Gibbs. Do you like that?
Oh man, that's hard, dude. But we also
I think I like the Terry McLaurin side.
Yeah. Well, also I think that we were looking at their strength of schedule earlier, and I think that Brian Robinson and let me look here before I start speaking out loud. Freezy Fantasy, I like this. He's got like a fetish for those what's that, freeze pops or whatever. Yeah. So I'm looking at my stuff here. Yeah, Steelers have the worst schedule for the rest of the season for running backs. So Commanders have the 9th hardest schedule. So yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah, Lions have the 9th easiest schedule. So,
all right. So you're good with him trading for Gibbs?
Yeah.
All right.
If he can survive on the running back side.
Yeah. All right. Let's pick this game, Tim. Washington at Philadelphia. Philadelphia, 3.5-point favorite. Who you got?
Man, Philly's looking good though. Barkley doing the dance out there. Oh gosh, I'm gonna say Philly, man. 3.5. Okay. -3.5.
Well, I'm biased, and the bias is going to show. Give me Washington. 3.5.
Daniel's biased.
I think Washington's going to win the division. And so if you're going to win a division, you got to You got to show them who's boss. And that way you show them who's boss is you go up to their hometown and you beat them. That's how you do it.
All right. He's doing it.
So that's my pick there. All right. Let's look at Baltimore at Pittsburgh. And Baltimore is a 3-point road favorite. I'm surprised by this.
Yeah.
And the total for this game is 48 points. Smash the under.
You think it's going to be under?
Just because it's Baltimore and the Ravens, bro. Like,
all right.
It's always an ugly game for the most part. Usually, bro. It's
all right.
It's usually, 2 yards, a cloud of dust, stuck in mud. Like
okay. All right, dude.
Punts. Take the over on the punt.
Take the over on the punt prop bet. Dang. Dale. Wow.
We'll see if it turns out differently, man.
He's talking like Caleb Williams around here. Did you see those stats? Did you remember when Caleb Williams got drafted? They drafted a new punter at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago did. Your favorite team. On draft day, he texted the punter and he said, "Hey, you're not going to get a lot of extra work. Just
yeah.
Right?
I remember that.
Well, they weighed that punter. I think he's kicked 18 punts now, and Caleb Williams only thrown for 4 touchdowns.
Uh-huh.
So, I was like, yeah, dude, we'll see. So,
but right. The best prop bets for this game: Russell Wilson, 225.5 passing yards. He's projected for 234.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson, 42.5 rushing yards. He is projected for 49 rushing yards. And Najee Harris, 57.5 rushing yards. He's projected for 51 rushing yards. So I do like the under for Najee.
Yeah.
I do like the over Lamar Jackson as well.
I like the under for Najee because Warren's been stealing money.
Yes. Yes. The Warren factor, plus he's been sucking, plus the fact that he's playing against Baltimore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, I am with all of this. Yeah, I will that's my two prop bets, I think. What were you thinking?
I'm definitely on Najee over here. And I like I'm definitely on Najee being the under. And then I think Russell Wilson's going to throw for over 225, man.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, dude.
Yeah, he's been balling. I could be totally wrong.
It's not Russell Wilson balling. It's Mike Tomlin being one hell of a coach. All right. Okay. He's just putting Russell Wilson in scenarios where he can win. All right. Okay. I don't think Russell Wilson has changed as a quarterback in the last 3 years.
I agree to some extent. He's not holding the ball as long.
Yeah.
But his main target is down the field, along the numbers, something like that. And that hasn't changed. He does not throw the ball over the middle of the field very often.
Yeah.
And like that's my problem with that's been my problem with him. But he's making it work. So and then they got Mike Williams. I keep doing that.
Yeah.
then they got Mike Williams on the other side, another big receiver. Now he can just throw the ball up to. It makes a lot of sense to me. Mike Tomlin is doing this thing, man. So
So it's not going to be 2 yards in a cloud of dust.
It's going to be 2 yards in a cloud of dust. Stuck in mud.
I was trying to get you to do the switcheroo here, Shoot, man. So, who you got in this game, Dale? Pittsburgh?
We got Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Baltimore is a 3-point road favorite. Give me Pittsburgh all day.
Wow. All right. Well, hey, I'm taking Pittsburgh also for the points. I think it's going to be close. So I'm going to have to go with the points, man. +3.
Definitely will be close. Probably a 1-point game.
Yeah.
At most 3-point game. So,
yeah.
We're taking Pittsburgh. Everybody drink up. There we go.
Oh, buddy. There we are, rolling with it.
All right.
Here's the money.
Big game.
Here's the big money. Meat and potatoes.
Cleveland at New Orleans.
Yeah.
The Jameis Winston revenge game. New Orleans is a 1-point favorite. The total for this game, 44.5 points. We saw the Saints get some pieces back.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get some more pieces back. I think they may get the center back, McCoy. So let's look at some of the best prop bets. Derek Carr, 211.5 passing yards. He is projected for 235. Taysom Hill, 23.5 receiving yards, projected for 16. Nick Chubb, 66.5 rushing yards, projected for 72. I believe I like this over for Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I do too.
I've seen us play defense. I've seen people run through us. I don't see why Nick Chubb won't be able to do that if he wants to do that. I do. The prop for Derek Carr 211 is really low. I understand that. So here's the problem.
Okay.
MVS went off first game.
Yeah.
He was there, and it was the first half. After that first half, they shut that crap down. They put the number one corner on MVS. There was no more of that bull crap.
None of it. So
if other teams looking at this model, like, okay, all we got to do is shut down MVS, and Derek Carr goes back to pumpkin,
he turns into a pumpkin.
Can't throw that deep ball,
All right.
That's what Derek Carr. Derek Carr, pretty similar to Russell Wilson. He wants to throw the ball down the sideline deep.
Yeah.
Very similar. So there we go.
There we are.
So I don't like this prop. I'm staying away from it.
That's the only prop
is the Nick Chubb thing. I probably take the under on Taysom Hill. 16.5 receiving yards. He doesn't really catch the ball very often.
Yeah. I was I'm all about Chubb right here. I think you guys been weak against the run. But my if I have to call a second one, it would be Taysom here with the 16 yards. I just don't I don't think Carr's going to do the over. But we'll see. So I think Chubb is guaranteed though.
Okay. All right, so let's pick this game. Cleveland at New Orleans, and New Orleans is a 1-point favorite.
Wow.
Give me the Saints here to go 2 games in a row with the win under their hold on, stats.
Stats. Yeah.
I don't actually have stats. It's something I heard.
Then why say stats? Why'd you say stats? Was it like a doctor stat? Like, do that right now, Tim? Is that what you're trying to tell me to do? Not stat, Tim. Do the stat.
I don't know. Okay, a team winning with the new coach, right? You get that new coach bump.
Yes, that's where. Okay, I was about to bring that exact same thing up. You read my mind.
But the next week, there's no more new coach bump.
It ain't.
They usually always fall flat on their face after this. So it's a bad spot for New Orleans.
Yeah.
Right? Bad spot. But I'm still riding high on the coach. Is Mary Rizma's season. Okay. Our coach name is Darren Rizzi. All right. And everybody wears shirts saying Merry Rizmas.
Yeah.
And I think Rizmas is coming early. We're going to stick with it. Give me the Saints.
All right.
It's the one.
Well, I'm picking Saints because I think it's going to be probably 2 or 3 points Saints favor. So that's where I'm going. I don't think Jameis is going to have it. He's going to come out trying to prove something. And when Jameis has something to prove, he throws a lot of interceptions, baby. All right.
Hey, I think he's going to connect on a deep ball on us or something like that. Because he is a guy. Oh, Cedric Tillman did, Tim. How do you feel about Cedric Tillman this week? Because Cedric Tillman was the pickup of the week maybe like 3 weeks ago. All right. Then then he did his thing and then had a bye week. He's coming off the bye week, going up against the Saints. Does he have a good week here, Tim? That's a good one.
Well, you guys just traded away Lattimore. All right. So I'm just looking at Tillman's points since Jameis has taken over the last 3 weeks. All right. They had a bye week this week. But Tillman has seen 10, 11 targets every game the last 3 weeks. I'm going to project Tillman to get 15 points, maybe 17, somewhere in there. Probably 7 catches, 11 targets, maybe a touchdown. I don't know. We'll see. If he gets a touchdown, it'll be over 20 points.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Hey, there we go. Hey, that's great, man. This is fantasy here. We're talking fantasy. It's cool.
Yeah.
I got him in a lineup, I'm sure.
Oh, you're getting advice out of me on the show as like a show question. All right. You're probably playing me this week in some league I don't know about. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. You've done that to me before. Hey, Tim, I should play here. And we're playing each other. I'm like, damn it.
Yes.
Got me.
That's right. All right. So who you picking for this game? I got the Saints.
I'm taking the Saints, man, -1.
All right. There we go. Everybody's on the Saints. Let's go. Let's go, Saints. You know what? I really should be rooting for us to lose because we ain't going nowhere. But listen, losing sucks.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Crap sucks. All right. Give me a winner. Give me another win, Saints. Let's do this. All right, man. Definitely appreciate all of the questions we got here.
Thank you guys.
A lot of questions we got to answer. Hopefully we helped a lot of you guys. Hopefully you guys will put up some dubs and get to the playoffs and all that kind of good stuff. So I will just leave you with one final thing here, Tim.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
That's right. And we are out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BSnBEER Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.